Terrorism and international marketing. Most people don't necessarily see the link between the two, but let me assure you the link is there. And let me start out with a quote from Matthew 25:13. "Stay awake, for you know neither the day nor the hour." A watchword for terrorism, because we don't know the day, we don't know the hour, but we do know it's out there and it's affecting us. It's been present internationally, in business in particular. If you look at the statistics, it's the objective to damage and hurt people, but also to damage and hurt business. And nowadays, not that terrorism necessarily has happened more often, because it has been a global phenomenon, but now it's much greater in its proximity to Western nations. It's more random and it has much more visualization. So terrorism is, in its public interest, in its public awareness, also increasing. Now, I just want to address here briefly the special role of marketing when it comes to terrorism. First of all, terrorism tries to disrupt demand. Terrorism also heavily affects supply. So 9/11, if afterwards you went to New York, hotel rooms were cheap. And marketing deals with markets and consumers. That's what marketing does. So it can help in terms of how do I price my goods, how do I distribute them. Marketers also are great administrators and collaborators with unintended consequences. There are so many of those, and actually typically with things like terrorism, there are more unintended than intended consequences. Think about it, 9/11, would you have expected to be walking in socks through airports? Because you had to take off your shoes. And marketers are also well trained to cope with the cultural issues, the use of language, the power of persuasion, to get people to calm down, to get people to go to a certain direction, to do certain things. Marketers are the ones who can do this best. And that is the reason why the discipline of international marketing is or should be in your organization and in policy, be deeply involved in providing for a safe and better environment.